And let me delve into how they play back two. The attacks. It looks like they don't do much, you know.
Yeah.
And Rouge
specifically, what attacks are you talking about?
Like Knuckles can do a punch, slam, ground. It doesn't look like he can do much. It doesn't look like he can hurt enemies like that. And Rouge has bombs. What happened to the martial arts? She had martial arts adventure too. I don't know what kept them from bringing that back in Sonic 06.
Right.
I'm not sure exactly where they got the moves from. In terms of your point about Knuckles, I mean you're saying that his moves doesn't think it would do much. Look how big his fists are. Just that alone can smash. If he can smash through a wall and go through the ground, I'm pretty sure he can do some damage.
I think what he means is that Knuckles' attacks aren't even mandatory.
Sometimes the enemy will hit you before you can even hit it. Like sometimes, let's say I'm trying to go after an Iblis monster as Knuckles. Sometimes the Iblis monster will hit me first before I can get to him because its stacks are, it delays a little bit.
Right. Well, I mean, I never really had that type of issue. I guess it depends on who's playing.
I've never really had any issues with Knuckles and Rouge's gameplay. I'm okay with it.
And I want to bring up Amy. No, we should leave that for last. And how about E123 Omega's gameplay? He's faster than Sonic. I don't get that.
Do you agree?
I feel he was pretty much a little faster than Sonic. He was average.
What was his role in the game?
He was supposed to be supporting Shadow and...
Once again, he was just thrown in there to do Team Dark and Team Sonic, all that stuff. He was just thrown in there.
We find out that, I don't know if... Supposedly he's supposed to be the one that takes out Shadow in the future, because it is said that in the future, people will be afraid of Shadow, and he's the one that's supposed to seal him away. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember that.
All right, now about Blaze. I think she's the best. She's the character that handles the best in the game.
And why do you say that?
She's faster than Sonic. Her attacks actually do something. For the exception with the tornado, she's actually, for me, she's fun to play with. Sometimes, when you actually play her, if you play the White Acropolis Blaze stage, the camera will get in the way because the trees will, keep, because we got those floating enemies that have those little bots that like to home in on you. I don't know how to, and shoot beams and stuff.
Right.
But you have to remember, it seems as if you're basing the characters off their speed, and in the gameplay, it's not all about speed. It's not, you get what I mean.
Not with every character. Only character that should be based on speed, specifically, is either Sonic or Shadow. The other characters shouldn't be based on speed.
It's because there's really no significant difference between Sonic and Blaze's gameplay, so I don't really see anything unique or different about Blaze's. It just goes to show that when you put all these characters at speed, you're doing the same thing over and over, and it's just repetitive.
Yeah, and that's what made Sonic Adventure 2 so good. Is because you had your speed, you had your treasure hunters, and then you had your mission-based characters in Tails and Eggman. It gave the game complete balance. If you give Eggman, Tails, Knuckles, Rouge, Sonic, Shadow speed, it's the same thing. And that's not what a game should be.
With it, but the character does. I get that maybe some characters don't deserve speed, but I know that some of the characters that are known for their speed, like if you play the Sonic Rush games, Blaze is just his Sonic speed too, and Shadow is Sonic speed, and Sonic is Sonic speed. I think that the speed should pertain to the person that is known for being a quick character.
I agree.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's debatable. I mean, I agree in that sense. It just seemed to me some of the points that you were making seemed like every character should be fast. When you were going back to Silver. When you was talking about Silver, it seemed like you wanted Silver to be almost as fast as Sonic when his role was more of a platforming role, not a speed role. So I don't Silver speed. He could be as slow as he wants. I mean, does it make the game better or worse? I don't know, but he shouldn't be as fast as Sonic.
He should have like certain parts, you know, not as fast as Sonic, but certain speed parts that make him.
Yeah, like I said, there should be like a mix of speed and the platform.
Well, here's the thing: what was Silver's role in the game? It was not to run through the maps. It was like he said earlier. Marty said earlier. He was more of a platforming-based character.
Well, he was still because they all follow the whole like with the exception of some Knuckles Rouge segments, they all follow to get from point A to B. You know.
Yeah.
So,
well. Here's the thing: Sonic levels were based on how fast you can complete them. Silver's level was based on how many points you can get, how many enemies you could destroy. He was never like his levels were never not more so time-based. It was more so how many points can you get and the amount of time that you beat the level. But it wasn't specifically focused on how fast you can beat his levels. Sonic to me was the only character in the game that was how fast can you run through it and get the most points. Whereas Silver was more of how can you, the way you can get the most points and get through the levels, you know, the missions or whatever, using his telekinesis. So that I don't know.
Silver's was more about guessing, like, it was more of a puzzle type, like, what you have to do to get over to this platform.
I thought the only puzzle for Silver...
Because Silver, he could use the telekinesis in a unique way as platforming. He could, he could, like, rise them up with his fingers and all that crap.
I think that I don't really think there's that much puzzle gameplay for Silver. I think that the only time you're gonna come up with the puzzle was the ball puzzle in the ruins.
Oh yeah.
That ball puzzle is just frustrating as crap.
Yeah.
Because because that thing counts down. Every time you hit it counts down. It counts down from like 10 or 9 to 0, and every time you hit it, it goes down by one number. But if you wait a specific time, it'll go down too, and you got all these holes everywhere, and you're supposed to get into this specific hole. But sometimes you're gonna get you're gonna accidentally push it to the wrong angle, and it'll fall down a hole.
Okay, so we gotta get to a final verdict here. So let me ask you guys on the con side. Out of 1 to 10, how would you rate this game based on the whole package, not just the cons, but looking at the whole game? How would you personally rate the game?
I'd rate it a 5.
Okay, and what would you rate it, Prince?
I gotta give it a 6.
Okay, Saeed, what would you rate it? Is he here?
Saeed?
No. Okay, well, I would rate it a 7. Because the only thing that because I liked what they were trying to do with it. I know
they had some good ideas.
I know that's that doesn't give it a free pass because they didn't do it, but they were trying to do it. They just failed. They failed at it. So, but I understand what they were trying to do, and that alone makes me give it a 7. Now, if it wasn't for the glitches and all the other stuff that you guys mentioned, it could have been up there with an 8.5. And that is all for Sonic Blast from the Past, Episode 4, Part 4. We hope you guys enjoyed. And remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you really enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a favorite. Now, next week for Episode 5 will be me and Prince here once again. And the topic will be, would Sega still have its own console today? Would it be able to compete with some of the new gen consoles of the day? So if you really are interested in knowing about that, stay tuned next Thursday for Sonic Blast from the Past, Episode 5. These guys will be back in the future. And, if you want to be a guest on the show, go ahead and let us know by following me on Twitter at XRetroactives and mention me. If you got any great ideas, go ahead and mention me. I'll be feel free to go ahead and let you guys be on the show and talk about your ideas. So, once again, hope you guys enjoy. We'll be back next week. For Marty, aka Saeed, D-Man, Prince, I'm Retro, Sonic Blast from the Past, Episode 4, Part 4. We're out.